Listen to your gut. This is a phrase often used here at LTYG, but what exactly do we mean by listening to your gut, and how can one actually do so? Now, remember, our second brain lies in the gut. So there's great importance in listening to and letting it tell us what it needs and what it wants. That's why leaning into your body wisdom is so crucial, but many have a hard time implementing it. Now, in the last video, I talked about how the body is the subconscious and how the separation of mind and body can be very harmful for many reasons. Most importantly, it makes it impossible to listen to our own intuition because there is no wholeness of our mind and body. If you missed my previous video, I will link it in the description below for you so that you don't have to miss out on any video. Today I want to talk to you about intuitive blockages. When we can't listen to our own intuition, there's usually an underlying reason or reasons why. Now, one of the most common is abuse. Childhood abuse can create self-doubt and distrust within a person, and sufferers often blame themselves for their experiences, mistrust their own intuition, and blame themselves and their bodies for what is going on. And if you don't trust someone, it causes that separation. You naturally distance yourself from that person because trust is broken. And if you don't feel safe, then further separation happens. The ways we can separate can come with judgment or shame, or kind of that stuck in a box type of thinking. And we may talk really harshly to ourselves. We may try to be perfect and put ourselves in an impossible standard. And, we just beat ourselves up. So when this happens to our bodies, there is no longer togetherness. Now we blame our bodies for anything that happens and distrust it. And we could also apply this to physical ailments. We may blame our bodies for not healing and not trust it, so then we can't trust ourselves to heal. It can be really hard when we feel like our bodies are actually betraying us or sabotaging us and our efforts to heal. And we may feel betrayed because no matter what we are doing, we just aren't healing. And we may spend all this time, money, energy, and still not attain the results that we want. So if you feel this way, you are not alone. It seems like this occurs all too often, and many people struggle with achieving true root level healing. So the value of self-trust is when we are able to lean into ourselves, we can take whatever symptoms we're experiencing and learn from them. They can teach us what our body and our gut need. So the answer to the problems that I was listing earlier is to learn self-love and self-trust. That way, no matter what is going on physically or happens, you could tune in and find solutions. But in order to listen, one thing you may be missing is love for yourself. For example, when you feel love, support, trust, and you feel nurtured by another person, that's when open communication happens. If there is no trust, love, that communication can be shut down or never start to begin with. So what about our bodies? If we love them, we can listen and tune into them, valuing and respecting what our bodies have to say. Otherwise, if we don't love ourselves and the messages, or the messages won't be clear, and, we'll use those messages then as a form of self-hurt, shaming ourselves for having the symptoms or issues in the first place, causing more issues. When things are separated, as discussed earlier, it makes things really hard to trust our own intuition. And the problem is, if we can't trust ourselves, the separation gets further, and then the whole cycle starts all over again. So the good thing about this is that once you are aware of the issue taking place, you can change it. So if trusting yourself is an issue, you could learn how to overcome this, which could lead to listening to the body and achieving healing, which is all we want, right? So when we lack self-trust, it's almost impossible to look inside. And when we can't listen to our gut, and again, we're not receiving those messages, makes it really hard to heal. Now, one way we could break this habit is by looking inward instead of away. So here's an example. Look inward for resources instead of externally. Yes, it's great to implement all of these physical protocols that Jeannie has, but before we do these treatments, ask your body what it needs. Now, one thing one of my mentors once told me, and I'll never forget this, is before you take any supplement, treatment, or pill, make sure that you are doing it with love. So, see, if we are just like shoving pills in our body, even if they are natural and they're good for us, but there is no love in the mix, they probably will do very little or no good, making things worse if our bodies don't even want that treatment or that pill. So make sure you choose to do whatever you're going to do, it's for yourself with love. I hope you found this video helpful and inspiring. And next time I want to touch on how to gain self-trust, as I can attest that this can be really difficult. If you have any feedback for me, want to share your story with me, or questions, please drop me a comment below. I really love hearing from you all. And don't forget to like and subscribe as well. It not only helps us, but it will ensure that you don't miss out on any of the upcoming content. Until next time, happy healing, and remember, always listen to your gut.